Houston Texans,
We
Kings
made
of the South,
playoffs.
made playoffs, won the division.
Mm-hmm.
You now get a home game
Mm-hmm.
versus the Cleveland Browns.
Mm-hmm.
Um, Date and time, as of this recording, will be figured out by the NFL. Um, but you know the opponent; they kicked your butts a few weeks back, so we owe them something.
Yeah.
We don't. That ass whooping was a blessing in disguise. Cause you don't know what we're gonna do, Cleveland. We know everything you about to do.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
It's gonna be fun, I'm sure.
I mean, focusing on the game on that we had Saturday. I mean, gritty game, down to the wire. Um,
If you show up to play Cleveland with that game, you lose.
Mm-hmm.
yeah, uh, a lot of injuries. Hearing I mean, of course, the emotions were high for CJ. Emotions were high for D'Amico. There were a lot of them were crying. A lot of them were taking in the moment. Of course, Hannah McNair, Cal McNair. A lot of them were in tears. I mean, you didn't expect the franchise and everything to develop this fast, and it did. First, the only team in NFL history to have a rookie head coach and rookie quarterback lead a team to win the division
Mm-hmm.
is now the Houston Texans alone. Um, you put a show on prime time, so it's a lot of it is momentum for sure on your side, but a lot of it afterwards too was like Nico Collins said. He goes, "This is not all we want. Like we want more. Like
Oh, you gotta fucking ride the lightning bolt right now. Like you swing for the fences if you have to. Cause like you don't know if you'll be there next year.
Mm-hmm.
Just because you got there now don't mean you're guaranteed to be there next year. You swing. Fuck it. Let's go for it right now.
Yeah, you made it this far. You might as well keep going.
I mean, that's the
um,
plan. You just can't do the same dumb shit. Like you, it was pissing me off because it's like most people can't run the ball against Houston, and then the Colts were like about to beat us that way. Like,
Yeah.
what's going on here, people?
And then we were running the ball when it clearly wasn't working, and they just kept doing it.
Yeah, but I figured they would because that's what we do.
Yeah.
And you fucking had a bomb, a 75-yard bomb off of play action. Nobody bites on play action if you don't run. So I mean, I won't trip it on that. I won't worry about defense because that's how we're gonna advance. Because
I
you just
mean,
don't have the weapons on offense to warrant being super excited on that. You know what I'm saying?
yeah, Noah Brown out, Robert Woods out, relied on
Schultz did
Xavier.
almost nothing.
Yeah,
Mechie did nothing. Hutchins did nothing. Singletary tried his little heart out. Pierce didn't get one carry. And you can't bank on Nico Collins going for 200 every game. He's not built that way.
yeah, for sure. Health is key. Getting guys back, preferably Robert Woods, Noah Brown.
Mm-hmm.
Um, Positive is we played on a Saturday, so they kind of get like a depending on when we play, they might get a little extra day
Yeah.
rest. Um, Seeing how the rest of the injuries are, the O line was kind of banged up, the defense was banged up. Um, Pretty much all hands on deck again. That's just what it feels like all year. I mean, we've been here before from week one all the way to now. Um, but the fact of it is like that defensive side of it, there was a lot of sloppy missed tackles.
It was that. You couldn't generate pressure on the quarterback when we needed it. It just wasn't. That man, I hope Grenard plays this week. Ooh, I hope Grenard plays.
Yeah, I have a feeling both teams are gonna do a little checker and chess match where injury reports. They're like, "Oh, this guy's not practicing. This guy's."
I ain't tripping on that. Like, this is cocky. Houston by plus 10. I just feel that way. Like we're a better team than y'all, and it really took Amari Cooper having the best game of that franchise ever to you to beat us by like 13. So I think
Yeah.
Houston covers. I'm not worried about it. Like I think we'll be able to play, but like don't make bad plays a habit. Don't keep missing tackles in the hole. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, please don't make them a habit because, goddamn. Luckily, Nick Chubb is out for the season and that fool can't be there to run. Are y'all worried about what Jonathan Taylor did against us with Kareem Hunt and Ford over there?
Mm-mm.
I'm not even. It's weird. I'm not even worried about Amari. Like,
He just came. That's what it is. That's what I'm telling people. Is like we fucking we're super excited that we're going to the playoffs, but we act like our players can't do no wrong. It was not a scheme problem yesterday. The coaches did their job. It was an execution problem, which means your players fucked up and didn't do their job. You know what I'm saying? So that's what you worry about. Like, I'm not worried. Like, Jonathan Taylor really didn't do shit because other than hope we missed the tackle. So Jerome
Yeah.
Ford's big ass ain't gonna do that. I'm worried about Njoku. That's the only one I'm worried about. Who's gonna run with him?
this moment, I mean, they let Mo Alley Cox do some stuff to us. So it's like,
Trying to
bro.
say,
If Mo
Um,
Alley Cox had been a tiny bit faster yesterday, that would have been a fucking touchdown.
yeah,
or the
because
ball could have been thrown better.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's not Gardner's fault.
I'm talking about it based off the way the ball was thrown.
Nah, no. Their defensive side though, I know they have a top defense for sure. Um,
Hmm.
banged up offense on our end. Are you worried a bit of that defense?
Um, no, only because like what y'all are gonna do to us, we're not good at anyway. What are you gonna do? Stop our run? Everybody stops our run. I don't give, what the fuck. I don't care how good you are. Everybody does that. But their secondary been hurt, so CJ might could have a good day. I looked at the first game. Davis Mills came out throwing, and we had shit for him.
Yeah, and I think that's another thing too. It's CJ was out. It kind of felt like the team's morale was like it was up here because we won, but it was still coming down. It's like they always say, when it's your guy, when that's your guy, you play a little harder for him. You block a little better for him. You do, like all right, number seven's back there. I'm gonna do this for him. No offense to
It
Case, no offense to Davis Mills, but it's just a
it
different
couldn't have got
mentality.
any uglier than that first game against Cleveland. What we did, that was ugly. That was that Jets game ugly.
Yeah,
So it can't get worse. And they only beat us by 13.
Yeah.
And let's just be real. Like, our defense was hurt that week also. I think Perriman was suspended.
yeah.
And
We didn't have
Flacco's going to give you balls to take.
and we were playing in your house. This time you're playing in our house. One thing I do give Texans fans is they can get loud. When they want to get loud, lower the beer prices by like $1. Good luck, Cleveland. Because then I don't know, them tickets are expensive and they're getting sold out. So it's gonna probably be loud as hell up in there.
Oh, fuck yeah. It should sell out. Like, people should be excited for it. This is a complete night and day turnaround.
Yeah.
Like, support the team. That's all CJ asked. He's like, I'll give you everything I have if you give me anything.
Pretty much, yeah. And he's been doing it. He's been giving us his all the entire season.
He's so humble, bro.
He
On
is.
ESPN, when Scott Van Pelt asked him, they were like, "What did you do?" And he's like, "Ain't me, it's my teammates, man." He goes, "I ain't nothing without them." It's just it feels like the culture has. I won't say it's fully changed yet because the year's not over, but it is. It's done its job. It's
I
in.
always say this. Like, I judge a team, and this is just for being a basketball fan. I judge a team by its culture change when you could start attracting free agents.
Yeah.
When you could start getting people here and then they're like, oh, it's not a shit show over there. They're actually doing something, then you know things are different. I mean, granted, we're going to the playoffs after like last season playing the Colts in week 18, begging Davis Mills to lose a game so we could get Bryce Young. So a whole year makes a difference, but I like it. Good job, D'Amico.
Yep.
D'Amico, Nick,
Miko's killing it, man.
D'Amico as head coach, just hearing his speech at the end was like yeah, you had all these guys buy in. Injuries, no matter what. New guys coming in that Nick Casario brought in for whatever reasons. You have them bought in. Like getting Blake Cashman, getting like all these other guys. Like yeah, you picks that Nick had that everybody was saying was trash. I mean, we were skeptical of Nico Collins. We were skeptical of Derek Stingley
Mm-hmm.
showing up this year, showing out. Like, all right, it makes them both look like, all right, y'all are a cohesive team for this
It's a
franchise.
team.
Yeah,
Yep. It's not you just worry about your offense. I'll worry about my defense.
and Bobby Slovic, my man.
People still hate on him. He's like the Jalen Green of the Texans. It's like he could do no right to some people.
Yes. Well, as we've saw and talked about, there's a lot of players on this team that people hate no matter what. So
Well, I tell you this, in like 2 years, when the whole NFL world comes calling for Bobby Slowick to be a head coach somewhere, and y'all realize that he could leave, y'all gonna fucking appreciate him then. Not y'all,
they
but most people.
they're already saying that depending on what he does this playoffs, there might be one or two teams trying to call around.
Uh,
But I think it's
I could
early.
see it. Yeah, it's
Yeah,
early. It's foolish, but
but they
he's too good. He comes from the right tree. He has the pedigree, the know-how, like for us to expect him to stick around for a long period of time.
yeah. I think what the helpful thing is you see the growth he's done with CJ.
Mm-hmm.
You see the growth that CJ's done with him as a combo thing. So that kind of you probably get another year or two out of that combo right there.
Well, there's, in my opinion, like 3 or 4 coordinators who are ahead of him. So
Yeah.
we'll see what happens.
You still got Michigan's head coach.
Harbaugh.
Yeah. This is like 7 openings, so we'll find. And
No, we did good. I mean, we did what we had to. I ain't gonna say we did good. We did what we had to. We have to
we
do
got the
better
job.
this week. No, because like a good game against Cleveland will establish momentum, and like you're gonna need everything you fucking got if you're gonna go to Baltimore the week after and think you're gonna do anything.
And we owe them payback too. So
Yes,
it just the script is nice right now. CJ
redemption.
will get a shot at showing up on prime time. CJ put on a show. Everything I read about a lot of teams, other fan bases, they were praising the Texans. Like, congrats to this team, D'Amico, we love him. CJ, you're the best. Like,
Oh,
it
one
was,
person that I haven't heard anybody praise yet for their game yesterday, and I was like, I'm gonna save this. Is Stingley. That boy balled the fuck out yesterday. He didn't let Pittman do a fucking thing. Stingley was on his hip like a fucking sword.
Yep.
Y'all know I ride for Stingley, so and the
Yeah.
defense, so I'ma show him love.
snubbed. Snubbed. But we should have got Sauce. Sauce gonna be in Cancun right now, so it's fine.
I can't wait for people to be saying that the Jets should have taken Stingley.
Oh, they're
Yeah,
too stupid to say that.
yeah.
Give it a couple
They
years.
they forced them into that Pro Bowl, so
Yeah.
for sure it's all good though. Stingley took it as a fuel. He went out there, guarded Pittman. I'm sure that he's gonna do some. He's gonna be asked to guard Amari a few times, guard their other guys a few times.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Um, what y'all got in this game?
I got Houston with a fairly easy win.
You said Houston by 10. I'm going to say Houston by 12.
I say Houston by 16.
Oof.
I think Stingley gets an interception on Flacco.
I'll go out on a limb and say we get 2 or more, well, at least 2 picks. That's the easy turnover game for us. So I think it's going to be easy.
It's gonna be loud there.
Takeaways, field position.
One thing about people that don't know Houston Texans football, that place can get loud.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
And it's gonna be loud because from the years we've had to deal with Bill O'Brien, all them. Yeah, we definitely
Finally have
loud.
something to be loud about.
Yeah. Texans, Browns.
What's up?
It's gonna be a fun one. Bring your gear out, people. Enjoy it. Wear it with pride. This is only the beginning of our franchise headed in the very right direction.
Told y'all, if every position group just does their job, we'll be just fine.
Made it to this point, like, subscribe, drop comments down below on what you think of the game coming up. Let us know if you agree, disagree, rep your team. Check out the shop. Check out the rest of our videos and the thing above on Bayou City Boys. We got all sports, Rockets, Texans, Astros, and everything in between. Stay safe, stay warm, Houston. We are out of here. Much love.
How much I'm working for this? I swear my dreams are too important.